world and American records held by Calvin Smith, who did it July of '83 at altitude. He did it during the National Sports Festival in Colorado Springs, and there he is. He is the starter today in lane 1. So the world record holder is right there, and when he looks over to his right, he sees the man, Carl Lewis, in lane 2.
Yes, and I've been at every race this week that Carl has run, and he has been the man. He's really toyed with these guys, and most of the races he hasn't run all out all the way. At about 50, 60, 70 yards, he starts playing around and looking at the guys, but he's won each race handily.
So it's that time for him now as we get set for the final. Emmett King from Alabama will be in lane 3. Then Ron Brown, who will join the L.A. Rams after the Olympics.
Yeah, he's going to be a wide receiver, and he looks like a football player, looks like a running back.
Vying for a spot on the team. Here is Mel Latney, who ran a 9.9600, the fastest ever at sea level. And then next to him will be a man very familiar to many of you who have followed track through the years, Harvey Glance. He was on the '76 Olympic team. Lane 7 is Kirk Baptiste from the University of Houston, the NCAA 200-meter champion. And then on the outside will be the hot man, Sam Grady, a sophomore from Tennessee who won the 100 at the NCAA meet and then followed it up a week later at the TAC meet in San Jose. Great field.
Well, you're absolutely right about Sam Grady being hot, Al. You expect him to be leading at 50 yards. He's been doing that in every race this week, and historically, Carl Lewis takes over a race after the 50-meter mark. And if you look at this field starting, historically, all these guys have been equally good starters. They're good starters. The only guy that may be a little slow out of the blocks normally will be Calvin Smith. He's a little erratic, and at times he'll be late out of the blocks. But this is the man to beat, Carl Lewis.
So 8 start, 3 make it. The shame of it is some tremendous talent won't make it. And there is Lewis off to a good start in lane 2. On the outside, it's Grady, it's Lewis, and Brown in the middle of the track in lane 4. But it's Lewis beginning to pull away. It's Carl Lewis and Grady on the outside, and I believe Brown finishing 3rd. Carl Lewis winning it, and winning it breezing.
You're talking about breezing. I'm sure we'll see it on replay. This guy has been playing with these sprinters, and you're talking about the finest sprinters in the world today. This should be more competitive than a 100-meter final in the Olympics. All of these guys are record holders here. And Carl Lewis looked over at him at about 40 yards. You'll see later on in the race, he looked over 2 other times, and he just won that race breezing. Let's take a look at the start. You'll see Carl got out excellent. He and Sam Grady out in lane 8. Carl is the second from your right in the light blue top and sort of orange bottom. They both broke out on top. I think at 50 meters, Grady was leading, and right about now, you're going to see Carl Lewis look over to his right there. He looks over, he sees Grady may have an edge on him, and he just picks up. He gets serious. He establishes himself in the race. He gets about 2 meters on him, and then he starts breezing. You see Grady on the far left of your screen. He's sort of going out of picture now. He's in second place. In the middle of the screen in the white jersey, you'll see Ron Brown, the future Ram, come up, and I think he grabs 3rd. But on the inside lane in the all red is Calvin Smith, and you'll see coming into the screen right now on your lower right, on the lower part of your screen, is Baptiste, and they're fighting for the 4th spot, possibly the relay spot on this team. Looking at it straight on, you see Carl Lewis comes out real well. You saw his reactions was a lot better than the guy on his right. The guy on the left side of your screen is Calvin Smith. He didn't get out too well. He's a world record holder. On the left side of your screen is Emmett King. Emmett normally starts well, but Carl Lewis is in control early in this race. As you see there, he looks over. I think he sees Grady. He looks like he's having fun. He's getting serious. I don't think he should be doing this. I think this is the way guys pull muscles. They're not concentrating, obviously, in the entire race. If you have time to look over, you should never look over. He does it. He's sort of playing around. Look at the expression on his face. The guy is just having fun, and I think it's probably just a testament to his ability.
And also a testament to the depth of the U.S. sprinters. Calvin Smith, the world record holder, does not make it. Emmett King, 3rd in the World Championships, does not make it. Neither does Mel Latney. There are the final standings. Lewis, the winner. Grady finishes 2nd. Brown finishes 3rd. They'll run the 100 in the Olympics. And Calvin Smith, eligible for the 4x100 relay by finishing 4th in the men's 100-meter final. That action